Taking away your teen's phone might stop the behavior, but it won't fix the problem. Imagine this. You confiscate your teenage son's phone after noticing he was up past midnight watching videos. You think you've solved the problem. But that night, you catch him sneaking into his room with the tablet that everyone in the family shares. Clearly, he was planning to stay up late again watching videos on the tablet. When teenagers do things like this, it isn't just about losing access to their phone. It's about losing something deeper. Comfort, connection, a way to escape. And it reveals that the phone wasn't the root issue. It was a symptom of something else. If you've ever wondered whether your teens are addicted to their phone, you're not alone. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 7 signs of phone addiction in teens, based on research and what I've seen coaching teens around the world. I'll also give you practical tools you can start using today to help your teen. Today's teens are surrounded by screens. According to Common Sense Media, teens average 4 to 5 hours of phone use daily, and about 25% of teens exceed 5 hours per day. But here's the thing, not all teens who use their phone often are addicted. The key difference is this. Addiction involves a loss of control. The phone use continues despite negative consequences in areas related to sleep, relationships, school, and even mental health. So let's break down the 7 signs that suggest your teen's phone use may be crossing into addiction. Sign number 1. Using and checking their phone excessively. It's not just about how many hours your teens are on their phone. It's also about how often they're checking it. Even when there are no notifications, they're picking up their phone to check it. Maybe they check their phone multiple times during family meals. Or maybe they even check their phone while brushing their teeth. Today's phones are built on the concept of variable rewards, so they're just like slot machines. This leads to compulsive checking. Various studies have shown that the release of dopamine conditions the brain to seek frequent stimulation. So it's important for your teens to be aware of not just how much time they spend on their phone, but also how frequently they check their phone. Sign number 2. Neglecting their responsibilities. Has this happened to you before? Your teens are using their phone when you remind them to do their chores. They nod and say they'll do them later. But 4 hours pass and nothing's been done. Their room is a mess, the dog isn't fed, and they didn't even eat lunch. Teens who have a phone addiction frequently forget to do their chores, neglect their personal hygiene, and don't take care of their physical health. It's not always about laziness. In many situations, it's because the phone is being used as a means of escape. The digital world feels more exciting and rewarding compared to things in the real world. I'm Daniel Wong. I'm a teen coach and I specialize in helping teens to thrive. Now let's talk about the 3rd sign of phone addiction in teens. Declining academic performance. Maybe your teens used to do well in school, but lately they're rushing through their homework, getting distracted, and cramming the night before exams. This probably won't surprise you, but many studies have found that multitasking and using a phone while doing homework decreases performance and memory retention. Sign number 4. Withdrawal symptoms. Try asking your teens to put away their phone for 2 hours. What happens? They get irritable, anxious, and maybe even angry. The Journal of Behavioral Addictions reports that withdrawal symptoms like restlessness, mood swings, and aggression can appear in adolescents who are too dependent on their phones. Sign number 5. Loss of interest in other hobbies. Maybe your teenagers once loved painting, baking, or playing volleyball. Now those things feel like a chore. They say things like, "I'm tired," or "I'll do it tomorrow." But it seems like they're never too tired to scroll on social media for 2 hours. Screens offer quick dopamine spikes. Real-world activities require more effort and delayed gratification, so they feel less exciting by comparison. Sign number 6. Fewer social interactions. At family gatherings, your teenagers sit in a corner scrolling on their phone. At the dinner table, they barely talk. You try asking about their day and you get one-word replies. Dr. Jean Twenge's research shows that increased digital communication is correlated with reduced face-to-face social skills and more loneliness in teens. Sign number 7. Secretive or risky behavior. Imagine that you hear your teenage daughter talking to someone on the phone past midnight. You open the door and see her quickly hide her phone under her blanket. This type of behavior is typical among teens who have a phone addiction. They may also lie about their phone usage. They might say things like, "I was just setting my alarm," or "I was just sending a text about a school project." Sometimes, things might be even worse, like teenagers texting while crossing the street or watching videos while riding their bike. Now that we've discussed the 7 signs of phone addiction in teens, we need to talk about what we can do as parents to help. Here's the first tip I have for you. Set clear boundaries together. Setting boundaries isn't about control. It's about teaching responsibility and building mutual respect. Instead of imposing rules from the top down, involve your teens in the conversation. Try saying something like this. I'm concerned that being on your phone might be starting to affect your sleep and schoolwork. Can we talk about this tomorrow, maybe after lunch? Work with your teens to define clear boundaries. Here are some examples of boundaries you might come up with. No phones during homework time or family meals. Designating a parking spot for phones in the kitchen overnight. Setting time limits for specific apps. As far as possible, these boundaries should apply to everyone in the family. Getting your teen to be part of the process increases buy-in and reduces power struggles. If you're finding this video helpful so far, please click the like button. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future videos about helping teens to thrive. Tip number 2. Create phone-free zones. You can discuss and establish phone-free times and places. One example is making the bedrooms or dining table a phone-free zone. Placing signs that say something like phone-free zone can also be a good reminder for all family members. You can also set up phone-free times for the family. For instance, you can get the family to put away all devices during dinner time, family gatherings, and 1 hour before bed. Tip number 3. Lead by example. Teenagers are very aware of anything that authority figures do that seems hypocritical. If you tell them to reduce their screen time, but they see you scrolling through social media at dinner, they'll start to tune you out. Practice good habits like putting your phone away when you're doing work and when you're having face-to-face conversations. Tip number 4. Encourage your teens to engage in other activities. It's not just about reducing phone usage. It's also about helping your teens rediscover what life without screens can look and feel like. Here are some ideas. Plan family activities like visiting the beach, hiking, or having a barbecue. Take part in meaningful activities together with your teens, like volunteering at a soup kitchen or animal shelter. Practice self-care habits together with your teens, such as exercising or preparing healthy meals. Try to make these activities accessible and enjoyable for everyone. Tip number 5. Help your teens develop a sense of purpose. Many teens who struggle with a phone addiction don't have a strong sense of purpose. These teens frequently fill their emotional void with screen time. There are many ways for your teens to find fulfillment and purpose. As they do these things, they'll be more intentional about how they spend their time. Many teens enjoy giving back and helping those in need. Others find satisfaction in building apps or devices that benefit others. Start by having short conversations with your teens. Ask them what makes them happy or what they like best about themselves. These questions will help them reflect on their strengths and interests. You can also share your own experience and journey as part of these conversations. Talk about meaningful events that have happened in your life. For example, you could share more about a time you overcame a challenge or learned a life lesson because of a mistake you made. Try to find opportunities for your teens to discover what's meaningful to them personally. For instance, you can volunteer together or encourage your teens to learn a new skill. These small steps can enable them to develop a deeper sense of purpose, so using their phone won't be as appealing to them. Tip number 6. Seek professional help. Phone addiction can lead to serious consequences. If your teen is losing weight, isn't eating or sleeping well, seems anxious or depressed, or is becoming socially isolated, it's time to get professional help. A professional can equip your teen with the right mindset and strategies to overcome this addiction. Seeking help doesn't mean you've failed as a parent. In fact, it takes courage to get your teens the help they need. And it's a fact of life that we all need external support and guidance sometimes. I coach teens one-on-one to help them reduce their phone usage and become focused, responsible, and resilient. If you might be interested in this for your teen, check out the link in the description. And if your teen lacks motivation, I have a resource for you. It's this free ebook I've written entitled 16 Keys to Motivating Your Teenager. Visit daniel-wong.com/ebook to download the ebook today. The download link is also in the description. And here's this other video I've created about how to teach responsibility to an irresponsible teenager. In the video, I explain the 4 tips every parent should use if they want to raise a responsible teenager who makes good decisions. You'll find this video useful, so watch it next.